What happens to a viral moment after it dies? Most fade into the digital ether, forgotten as quickly as they appeared, their brief, intense flare of relevance extinguished by the next fleeting outrage. But a select, powerful few refuse to die. They transcend their status as simple memes or passing dramas and become something more significant, permanent cultural artifacts. They become modern fables, cautionary tales that we tell ourselves about ourselves, stories that reveal the deepest anxieties, the shifting values, and the hidden mechanics of our time. As we look back from our vantage point in September 2025, it is clear that the incident of the woman who took a baseball from a child has firmly entered this rare and important pantheon. The saga is no longer just a story about a rude fan at a ballpark. It has become a permanent and profoundly revealing chapter in the ongoing history of the internet. Tonight, we are not going to reconstruct the event one more time. Instead, we are going to conduct a deep and lasting analysis of its legacy. We will explore the chilling legacy for public behavior and the panopticon effect it has created in our society. We will examine the cynical legacy for the media and how this incident perfected a new, highly profitable template for outrage-based content. We will deconstruct the powerful legacy for the corporate world and how vulture marketing has become a standard and expected business practice. And finally, we will reflect on the permanent, indelible digital tattoos left on the individuals who were unwillingly cast as the central characters in this global drama. This is the story of the complicated afterlife of a viral moment and what it truly taught us about who we are. The most immediate, widespread, and perhaps chilling legacy of the baseball Karen incident is its powerful contribution to the panopticon effect in modern society. The panopticon was an 18th century concept for a prison where a single, unseen guard could watch all inmates at any time without them knowing if they were being observed at that exact moment. The intended result was that the prisoners would constantly regulate their own behavior, assuming they were always under surveillance. In the digital age, the smartphone has turned the entire world into a functional panopticon, and spectacular viral incidents like this one are the ever-watchful guards. The story's immense power lies in its profound and relatable mundanity. This incident didn't happen on a Hollywood red carpet, in a politician's office, or in any rarefied space of the elite. It happened to an ordinary person, sitting in an ordinary seat at an ordinary baseball game. This sends a powerful and deeply chilling message to every single person watching. Your worst moment, your most selfish impulse, your most embarrassing lapse in public judgment can be captured, broadcast, and turned into a global spectacle before you even have a chance to get back to your car. The palpable fear of becoming the next baseball Karen is a potent and very new form of decentralized social control. As we observe society in late 2025, this has a tangible and noticeable effect on public behavior. There's a heightened sense of self-awareness, a performative aspect to being in public that did not exist with such intensity a decade ago. People are visibly more hesitant to engage in public confrontations, not necessarily out of an increase in politeness, but out of a legitimate and well-founded fear of digital and professional repercussion. This incident, and the countless others like it that now populate our feeds, serve as powerful, endlessly replayed cautionary tales that regulate our actions. The legacy, therefore, is a complicated, double-edged sword. It may, on the surface, curb some of the most egregious public misbehavior, but it does so by creating a society where everyone is constantly and nervously aware that they are being watched, judged, and are potentially just one bad moment, one angry outburst, away from becoming the entire world's main character for a day. For the global media industry, the legacy of the baseball Karen incident is less philosophical and far more practical. It perfected and legitimized a highly profitable and easily replicable content template. The saga was a perfect storm of low production cost and astronomically high engagement, and media outlets of all sizes, from legacy news networks to independent YouTube commentators, have taken copious and detailed notes, creating a playbook that is now a standard part of the media landscape. The template is simple but devastatingly effective. Step 1. Identify a simple, morally unambiguous conflict. Find a clear, easily hateable villain and a deeply sympathetic victim. The less nuance, the better. Step 2. Package the incident for maximum emotional impact and outrage. Use sensational headlines, dramatic music, repeated slow-motion replays of the key moment, and zooms on emotional faces. Step 3. Amplify the narrative relentlessly. Host panel debates, write scathing op-eds, and invite a parade of experts to analyze the situation from every possible angle, keeping the story at the top of the news cycle for as long as humanly possible. Step 4. Cover the aftermath as a multi-part saga. Report on the public's reaction, the inevitable corporate interventions, and the evolving fates of the individuals involved, effectively creating a multi-episode, binge-worthy content arc from a single, fleeting event. Since this incident exploded, we have seen this exact template deployed with increasing frequency and ruthless efficiency throughout 2025. Minor public disputes, arguments on airplanes, disagreements in grocery store lines, are now routinely and strategically elevated into national conversations by a media ecosystem that understands, through hard data, that outrage is a renewable and highly profitable natural resource. The enduring legacy of the baseball Karen story for the media is a clear, proven, and now widely used playbook for turning everyday human conflict into a reliable and lucrative stream of revenue. It cemented the cynical idea that the most profitable journalism is not necessarily the most important or the most informative, but simply the most infuriating. This has had a profound and lasting impact on the kind of stories that get amplified, creating a media landscape that is perpetually and hungrily searching for its next designated villain. Perhaps the most cynical and revealing legacy of the baseball incident is how it normalized and perfected a new form of corporate public relations: vulture marketing. Before this event, corporate interventions in viral human interest moments were sporadic and often seen as a novelty. After the wild, undeniable success of the PR responses from Camping World and blowout cards, this tactic has become a standard and now fully expected part of the modern corporate PR playbook. The baseball Karen saga proved, with undeniable data, that inserting your brand into a viral morality play is one of the most efficient and effective marketing spends imaginable. For the relatively low cost of an RV or a cash offer for an apology, these companies received what amounted to millions of dollars in earned media, masterfully painting themselves as heroic, benevolent, and culturally aware entities. They didn't just get their brand name in the news, they became central characters in the story's redemptive and emotionally satisfying final act, aligning themselves with the heroes and against the villain. As we've seen in the years since this incident, this playbook has become standard operating procedure. After a viral video of a teacher buying school supplies for her students with her own money, an office supply company publicly gifted her a lifetime supply, generating thousands of positive articles. After a video of a fast food worker being verbally berated by a customer, the corporate head office sent him on a paid vacation, a gesture that was covered by every major news outlet. These acts, while seemingly kind, are now viewed through a more cynical and educated lens by the public. They are understood as calculated business decisions, designed to generate positive brand sentiment by skillfully capitalizing on a moment of intense public empathy or outrage. The legacy of the corporate response to the baseball Karen is that it has permanently blurred the line between genuine corporate charity and opportunistic, parasitic marketing, forcing the public to question the true motives behind every grand public gesture of kindness. While the cultural and corporate legacies of this event are significant and far-reaching, the most profound and lasting legacy is the one that has been left on the individuals who were unwillingly cast as the lead actors in this global drama. They are now forever marked by what we can call a digital tattoo, a permanent, unerasable, and often deeply unfair mark on their public and private identities. For the woman who will forever be known as Phillies Karen, her legacy is one of perpetual, low-level infamy. Even if her real name is never widely and publicly known, the video of her worst, most unflattering moment will exist on the internet forever, easily searchable, It will be replayed in Karen compilation videos for years, if not decades, to come. Any future employer, new friend, or potential romantic partner who Googles her will likely be able to find this story and the global condemnation that came with it. It is a digital ghost that will haunt the rest of her life, a permanent and disproportionate punishment for a 30-second lapse in judgment. Her decision to remain silent, while perhaps a wise short-term strategy to avoid fanning the flames, has allowed the internet's vicious caricature of her to become the definitive and permanent version of her story. For the Feltwell family, the legacy is more complex, a strange and bittersweet cocktail of reward and notoriety. They are the viral good guys, the worthy recipients of incredible and unexpected generosity. However, their family's identity is also now permanently and inextricably linked to this single, traumatic, and embarrassing event. They are forever the family from the viral baseball video. While their experience was overwhelmingly positive in its material outcome, they have still lost a significant degree of their anonymity and privacy. Their personal story became public property, and their role in this modern fable will follow them for years. The legacy for the individuals involved in this saga is a stark and powerful reminder that the internet, unlike human memory, never truly forgets. Whether you are cast as the hero or the villain, the digital tattoo you receive is permanent, and it's a brand you did not choose for yourself. In the end, the story of the woman who took a baseball from a child has transcended its humble and chaotic origins. It is no longer just a viral video. It has become a modern fable, a core text that we will use to explain the strange and often unsettling world of the 2020s. Like one of Aesop's fables from antiquity, it comes with a series of distinct and powerful morals, each depending on who is listening. The moral for the public is a potent warning about the awesome power and inherent danger of our collective gaze, and the intoxicating but perilous nature of instant crowdsourced justice. The moral for the media is a clear and profitable lesson in the immense financial value of public outrage, a lesson they have clearly taken to heart and replicated ad nauseum. The moral for corporations is a cynical but effective masterclass in the art of vulture marketing and the public commodification of goodwill. And the moral for the individuals involved, and for all of us, is a hard, unforgettable lesson in the absolute permanence of a digital footprint. When future historians and sociologists look back on this chaotic era, they may not remember the players' names or the final score of the baseball game, but they may very well study this specific incident as a perfect and complete encapsulation of our time, a time when a simple dispute over a baseball could trigger a global manhunt, create a multi-million-dollar microeconomy of outrage, and become a lasting and revealing fable about the complex and often terrifying intersection of technology, media, human nature, and capitalism itself.